but DeviantArt has become a sponsor with Steel Series for Infinity 7. Now, Steel Series, that's very good, but it's more DeviantArt because I haven't seen them sponsor anyone else in esports so far. Then again, I have a very limited vision. If they have, excuse me, but I think it's fantastic that we are essentially, if I'm right, have a new sponsor to the table. You know, congratulations to Infinity 7. We're all very happy for you. Thank you to DeviantArt for coming on board. You know, they've clearly seen something they like. Do we agree? Does anybody know?
I mean, I've known of DeviantArt for a long time because I subscribe to them and I go there every once in a while. It is a good thing. I've never known them to promote anything. At least I've never seen it on any of the forums and stuff that I've visited from them. And they've been around for a long, long time. So it's a good thing. I mean, they have so many different artists and everything else. It's something different for them, I guess. Again, like you, I don't know. I've never seen them promote anything from my angle, or at least from my viewing of the channel itself.
Great. Right. Yes, I think it's brilliant stuff. Now, I've combined three things into one here, so it's a bit of a mishmash. But Battlefield 3 Beta, League of Legends Dominion, and Diablo 3 Beta have dropped during my absence. And has anyone tried any of these yet?
I have not tried any of them yet, but I've seen all the tweets and I've watched a couple of the streams, so it appears like it's going to be big. At least Diablo 3. I'm looking forward to actually buying the actual game. I know that.
Agreed. I've tried not to watch too many videos. I don't know about you lot. I thought, well, I watched a little bit of Yogscast coverage, and it was funny, but then I stopped after about 5 minutes, and I thought, this is something where I don't mind not seeing any coverage until I buy it myself, because I want the experience to be fresh. So I've been trying not to watch any streams about it.
No,
I'm
exactly the same.
Yeah, I just read up on the characters. I try not to watch too much either, because like you, I just want to go, ooh, I just want to have that, I guess, wow factor. I've watched a little bit, but not enough. Just mostly the forums, and I'll read about, oh, this character does this is what's kind of new, a couple of screenshots. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. And please release me. Please release me now.
Brilliant. Battlefield looks stunning, but we all know my feelings towards shooters. But big props to them. Love that. And in terms of Dominion, I've been hearing a lot of the phrase broken fun flying around. So it's quicker than normal. If you haven't tried it yet, go do so, but not yet. And give it a try. If you've been getting a little bit bored of Summoner's Rift, what have you got to lose? Just drop any preconceived notions you might have in Summoner's Rift and just let loose in Dominion. It's a lot of fun. Let's move on to tech. Let's get on to the juicy stuff. For anyone who still has a watch, or maybe you haven't worn one for a while like me, but still do this, well, you may want to start again. This is a Swatch Touch, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen for you. It's basically a touchscreen watch. Now, that isn't anything new. It's more the look of this that is a little bit bizarre, I think is the right word to use, because it's not really readable. Now, the whole point of a watch, as some of you youngins might not know, but the point of a watch is that you can read and tell the time. Now, I'm going to pull this up on the screen for you. Bear with me. Sorry, I've just pulled up Deus Ex. Right, there we go. Add screen region. Here we go. Right, there we go. Pulling up this picture for you. Now, that is, well, you can read it just about, but I mean, they come in nice, funky colours, and it looks brilliant. It does the time and date, so it's covered the basics, although it's not exactly the most readable thing in the world. It has an alarm, a timer, chronograph functionality, and it keeps track of 2 time zones. and all for £100. But I'm still not sure it will tempt me into buying a watch. It will be more of an accessory for me, I think. But is this to anyone's style? I thought this might be for Briscoe.
I actually think it's pretty catchy. I would wear one, but like you said, it wouldn't be for the actual watch function because I carry my phone with me all the time, and that can tell time. So it would just be more to match whatever color clothes. If I'm wearing a vibrant pink outfit, I guess I just buy the vibrant pink watch.
If you wear pink, I want to see a picture of that, sir.
I think we all do.
I mean, seriously, this needs to be announced everywhere.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
Okay. This is actually from 2 weeks ago, this next bit, but it's so weird, I just had to put it on. And I'm going to pull it on the screen for you. It's so... Just... Now, for those of you who've seen Doctor Who, if you had a Dalek in your house, you'd think one is enough. But, however, this guy from the UK, he has 571 Daleks and has broken a world record for having the most in his house, or having the biggest collection, possibly, as well. It's quite bizarre. It's also tech-related because Daleks would be like a little piece of tech to me. But this is... I can't imagine anyone beating him anytime soon. And they would potentially be someone from the UK also. I'd like to get Baker's thoughts on this first.
I mean, I'm not really a Doctor Who fan, to be honest, but...
Neither am I.
I respect someone's dedication and whatever they're doing. I think some of the records you see these days are just absolutely crazy, but, you know, the people who have done them have some fun, and when the news articles come out, we'll have a laugh, but how long do we remember it, really?
As a Whovian, is what we're called, that's extreme. Holy, I couldn't sleep with a bunch of Daleks in my house like that. I mean, it's pretty cool, but good lord, that gold one in the no, give me little ones. That's too much. That's Whovian to the 10th power.
What do you think, Briscoe?
That's the first time I even heard of a Dalek, so I was trying to figure out what it was.
They don't look really intimidating, but in the show they're terrifying, as a person that watches the show on a regular basis.
I may not be a big fan of the show, but I've seen it enough to know that this is pretty... I think extreme is the right word. I'm not a Whovian, if that's the right word, sorry. Whovian, I love that word. I'm not a Whovian personally, but this is... it was so weird, I just had to share it. Lastly, we've had a lot of Windows 8 previews since I've been stuck in no internet land, but I will admit that Windows 8 looks different, dare I say. There is still a start button, but similarities end there, and I don't know. I don't know. It is different, Windows 8, from what I've seen. I was wondering what all you guys thought as gamers. What your thoughts on it so far for any of you that may have seen a preview of it. I'll start with you guys. What do you think, guys, so far? If you've seen a preview of it, if not, then we'll move on.
I have not seen a preview of it.
I haven't seen a preview of it either, actually. I'm trying to look at it now.
Yeah, I shall pull one up on the screen for viewers also.
I mean, certainly I've seen it, and the worrying thing about me is Microsoft seem to not learn the issue at hand. Is they're now developing their own client for gaming, Windows for Live. Obviously, people have used it in the past, but it's now actually going to be built into Windows 8. Now, in Europe, they already got fined for fixing that you had to have Internet Explorer, and they then had to choose, you have to have an option when you install now of what browser you use in Europe. So I think they're just going to get so many issues with, okay, game is not as big as what web browser you use, but if they're pushing you to use one section, you know, their own system over something like Steam or the online platforms that are coming out now, then I think they're going to get in trouble again. So I mean, it's definitely good for cross-platform. You're going to have it on your tablet, your PC, but certainly when it comes out, I think in Europe it'll be different to the American version again.
We hope so, because you'll see your start button. When you press your start button, this is what appears, and I like the look of it. But with Microsoft, like Nick says, with Microsoft Task, can I see it working flawlessly? Does anything, I know, but with Microsoft, it's hard enough. I feel like they're making things extremely hard for themselves, but at least they've done something different. Trumpet McCool is right. It's a way to compete with Apple consumers, although really they're miles ahead anyway. It's just, will the corporate business section, which most are still using XP, will they accept this? I think possibly they will, but they are going to have to do a better job than what they did with Vista.
Oh God, yes. Vista was a nightmare. I couldn't wait to get away from that. Every time, because I do some support, basic, nothing fancy, mind you. And every time I had to log into a computer that had Vista, I just wanted to pull my hair out. Every single time they had problem amongst problem. And I used to go, why don't you just go back to XP? Life is so much simpler than this is before Windows 7, of course, but God, I'm having Vista nightmares already. Sorry.
What about you, Briska? No, you've just seen it for the first time. What you think?
I did just see it for the first time. Trumpet Cool said that it's supposed to be faster. So if it's going to be faster, I guess that's an upgrade. I don't think it should be cost too much more. So I see no reason why not to try it. Microsoft is usually pretty good with giving you like little trial packs so you can test it out for a little bit. So, each individual person, I happen to like Vista. So, each individual person is going to have a different opinion on
absolutely.
the type of computer system they want to use.
Yeah, you're looking at a Mac user here, so I've got no reason to doubt. Right. Anyway, before I get lynched, let's get on to business. First topic I've got for you guys this week is, these topics are a little bit removed from esports and soccer 2 topics, but they do have a relevance, I like to think. Ad blockers and other illegal things. Are we for them or against them? In the pursuit of a great esports life, in a world where we try to boost esports further up the chain of importance, isn't it theoretically stealing at this stage, or have I got the wrong end of the stick? Should we hold off a year or two and wait for it to get big enough, then the guilt can kind of wash off and it's okay? But does anyone want to come in on this first? I suppose I should ask first, do any of you use ad blockers? Are you willing to admit it on stream also?
I don't use ad blockers. I suppose that streaming it on actual television with the ESPN would go away with that ad blocker thing. Be a way to combat it, because most of us gamers are going to be like IT people or something, and I know a lot of people are using ad blockers. So if they want something for free, then they're going to get it. Whether it's just going to make it so that they don't have to watch ads, or if it's going to download a game illegally so they don't have to pay it. We all have our ways around things.
I'm not commenting on any of these illegally downloading and blocking things. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's nothing illegal about it. It's perfectly fine. There's actually no law to stop you using it. The thing is it's been consumer driven that people use this, because the amount of websites that pop up annoying adverts or overstep the mark. If marketers were actually clever about the situation and didn't always try and push it in your face, but be, a little bit